What if I told you that there is one stat that decides whether if a player like Donk plays like a demon or looks completely off? This is what makes a player look unstoppable, no matter the rank. And when they have bad games, this stat is almost always low. If you're inconsistent in CS2, the same thing probably applies to you too. The stat is called spotted accuracy. And the weird part is that almost no one tracks this stat, which is why most players think their aim is random or cursed. It usually isn't. Most players judge their aim using KD, ADR, or kills per round. But those stats only tell you what happened, not why. ADR tells you how much damage you dealt, but you can have high ADR by spraying through smokes, or everyone's favorite thing to do in CS2. Bait the shit out of your teammates and then scream at them for doing nothing. That doesn't mean your aim was clean. KD looks even better, but it also tells a lie. You can have good KD by playing safe, baiting, or only taking advantage fights. KD tells you how often you lived, not how well you aimed. Your impact is not measured using KD. Even kills per round has the same problem. It still doesn't tell you anything about timing, first contact, or whether you were actually ready when a fight started. But spotted accuracy is different. It measures what happens at the exact moment an enemy first appears on your screen. Before trades, before damage farming, before luck. And it asks one brutal question. Were you ready when the fight started? So what does spotted accuracy actually measure? Well, it measures how often you hit your shots when your enemy is first spotted. Not after the spray, not after panic corrections, right at the start of the fight. That's why it's so unforgiving. You don't get time to fix your mistakes. Now, quick clarification, because this actually matters. This stat can look misleading if you are an opper. If you're a very disciplined opper, your spotted accuracy will actually be extremely high, because if you hit that first shot, it's perfect. The difference is volatility. Oppers take fewer shots overall, so one miss affects the stat a lot more. That's why spotted accuracy still works for oppers, but it's much more stable signal for riflers. So if you're an opper, don't panic, and if you're a rifler, this stat is absolutely exposing you. This is also why the stat is so consistent across all skill levels. When pro players say they're off, they don't suddenly forget how to aim. They peak a little too early, they shoot a little too fast, and spotted accuracy drops immediately. And the same thing applies to you. You don't lose your aim, you lose timing and discipline, and it pretends to be bad aim. When I climbed from 2k to 3k FACEIT elo, this stat moved before everything else, before my KD, before my ADR, and before I felt like I was improving myself. And to help you with this, I've set up a free Discord where I help players track stats like this and build structured improvement plans. This is also what I'm actively working on myself, and it's giving me the biggest results. You can join the Discord for free, and I also offer personal coaching. The links are in the description. So how do you improve it? Well, here's the boring answer. You don't need fancy aim routines, you need basic fundamentals done correctly. That's also why this works. First, shoot later, not earlier. Most players don't miss because they can't aim. They miss because they shoot while they're still moving, or because they're in a hurry for absolutely no reason at all. Second, pre-aim. Before you even peek, if you're adjusting your crosshair after you see the enemy, you're already too late. Your crosshair placement has to be correct before the fight starts. Third, stop correcting mid-spray. Spotted accuracy only cares about your first bullets. If you panic and overcorrect, this stat dies instantly. If the first bullets miss, accept it, reset, and take the next fight clean. Now, here's how to know if you're actually improving, and this is the important part. Your spotted accuracy will probably go up before your ADR does, before your KD improves, before your win rate changes, or before you feel confident. If this stat goes up, but your results don't, that's a good sign. It means the fundamentals are changing, even if the scoreboard hasn't caught up yet. So if you feel inconsistent, it's probably not your aim. It's your timing pretending to be bad aim. And that's why spotter accuracy beats ADR, KD, and kills per round. And why it's the one stat that actually improves your CS2 aim. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and also a huge thank you to my editor. His links are in the description if you want your videos to look like this as well. Subscribe if you want more CS2 improvement based on data and not on vibes. Have a good one. Bye.